Ask not. We'll talk about that today on Bible Time. Hello again, everyone, and thank you for joining me for Bible Time. I grew up in Ashtabula, Ohio, up on Lake Erie, in the very top northeast corner of Ohio. And at our City Hall building, there is engraved in the stone a saying by John F. Kennedy: ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And the first time I was able to read and I saw that, and I asked my dad, I said, hey, what's that mean? And he explained it to me, and how he went into talking about how you can be in the service, because he was in the Navy. But he was just saying that, don't look for a handout. Do something to help others, and God will reward that. So he also tied in God with it. My dad was very good about tying God into everything when he was alive. But it got me thinking, and I have done Bible Time on this very topic. It was either the first or second, I think it was the second Bible Time ever. Got a question: why do bad things happen to good people? And I want to turn that around today and say, well, bad things happen to good people because bad things happen, period. It doesn't matter. Bad things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people, and good things happen to bad people, and good things happen to good people. It's not that God doesn't care. You see, I think what we have come to know, and something that we need to change our mindset of, is we think that if we do good, then God should do good for us. I go to church, I give money, I pray, I ask God to protect me, you do all these things, and you're expecting God to just automatically give back to you because you do these things. Well, perhaps we should ask God, what can I do for you, instead of what have you done for me? Maybe we would be better off if we ask God, what can I do for you? Now, does that mean that God's then going to make sure that you are taken care of and nothing bad's going to happen? No, not at all. You see, as I said, bad things happen to good people, and bad things happen to bad people too. It's because bad things happen in this world. So why do bad things happen to good people? Because we live in a broken world. And that's all there is to it. So let's change our mindset and go to God and say, look, God, what can I do for you? And God, what can I do to enhance this relationship with you? And God, what can I do that when bad things happen, I'll understand that I still have a God in heaven who loves me. I still have a God who cares enough to know my name. I still have a God who loves me enough that he's keeping me here on earth another day. I still have God that knows every little detail about me. And when you change your mindset, you're going to stop asking about the bad things and say, God, how do we get out of this situation? Can we get out of this situation? And if we can't get out of this situation, then God, help me understand why this child died. Help me understand why my dad died of cancer. Help me understand why my spouse that I just married 3 years ago passed away in a car accident. When we change our mindset, we understand that God is there for us when the bad things do happen. It's going to just change your life completely, because it will bring you joy. Because let's think about this. If we get stuck in this religious system, and I have to do good, 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 and then therefore God will do good for me, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to get so stuck in a legalistic approach to life that you're not going to enjoy life at all. I can't drink, I can't smoke, I can't swear, I can't. And I'm not saying any of those things are good, okay? But when you start beating people down with those things, you're going to have problems yourself. You're going to lose friends. But at the same time, when you start getting in this legalistic, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't. That's all you think about. How am I doing good? And in some ways, you're almost doing it as to bring about your own self-righteousness, and you're not going to earn your salvation if that's what you're trying to do. Boy, I didn't even think about that because I'm so far from believing that we can earn our salvation. I don't even talk about it anymore. That's not it. But when you get into the mindset of, okay, I live in this broken world, God has redeemed me. He didn't have to, but he did. And God has chosen that I can be in heaven with him someday. And God has chosen to talk to me and tell me to draw near to him, to tell me to trust him. And when I do, even though I don't see him, that brings freedom. Well, God, why can't I change this about me? I wish I could answer that. Why is it that you still have a problem? Even though you've gone to God many, many times and prayed many, many times and the problem's still there. Okay, I'm sorry, but God, for whatever reason, yes, he can just completely resolve that problem, whatever it is, immediately. He certainly can. But he's chosen not to. So instead of coming down on God and saying, why, God? Say, God, what? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Because that's going to change your mindset. You're going to find freedom, and you're going to be doing things for God, which is going to enhance your relationship with him. And you're not even going to be thinking about, why do I look the way I do? Why do I feel the way I do? Why do I do what I do? I'm not talking about sinful things here. I'm just talking about living everyday life. There's a different discussion for the sinful things that we can talk about some other time. Live your life asking God what you can do for him and see how it changes your life. Don't take my word for it, okay? Do it. Actually go to God and say, hey, what can I do for you? And see how it changes your life. It's going to change your focus. It's going to change your worldview, and you're going to be happier. You're going to have joy, and you are going to further enhance our relationship with God. Jesus didn't come just to heal the sick. Oh, he did. He absolutely did. But he did that to prove who he was, so that you would follow him for who he is, not for what he can do, who he is. That's the key here. Trust God for who he is, not what he can do for you. Ask him, what can I do for you? That's your Bible time for today. I really hope you enjoyed it, because I did. And I'll talk to you again all real soon. God bless.